Well, it's mid-December 2022. Project 66R is still under wraps. Spent the last month servicing modern vehicles. And what happened was I had a little problem with my hoist. This hoist is supposed to be bolted down. It's got holes for it. I've never bolted it down. A long time ago when I had a full-size pickup truck and I had my tools in the back, I tweaked it a little bit because I didn't put the lift mounts in the correct place. But it wasn't bad. It just bent this bar a little bit. But it still laid down. No big deal. Well, I had the Tahoe on here. And I was doing something with, had the rear wheels off. Had it up in the air. And while I was doing something else, I decided to lower the vehicle slightly so I could put a new windshield wiper on it. So about the time my front tires touched the ground, the back part here went over center and slammed my rotors right into the concrete here. And it bent the snot out of it. Anyway, I took it to work in a 50-ton press, straightened it out. And these bolts are all froze. All four of those bolts are froze. I had to heat those up and get them out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back together. And actually made some braces. And we'll weld those back in. And hopefully I can get all this stuff done today. And hopefully, at least by the new year, I can get after Project 66R. Made some progress here. I beveled those and I just tacked those and I raised it up and it's level and it goes up and down properly. I made these little gussets. Now this one's going to be a little tight here by that nut. I may have to notch that out, but I can tighten it from the other end as long as I can get the nut started. It doesn't really matter. And I raised this up a little bit so it's not on the floor. I put a plate underneath so it's kind of right in the middle of this because these are a little thinner than this. And I'm going to tack those in. And if everything's still working good, I'm going to weld her up. Get this thing back in action. Got everything spotted in there. I got it laying flat. All the way contact on all four corners. The floor in here is pretty level. It's not perfect. Going up like it's supposed to. This thing actually will go higher than you need it to because the ceiling's not real high in here. Small vehicle, that's fine, but it's my pickup or Tahoe, it's kind of a problem. Okay, that's all the way up. Flip the old safety over. Let it down. This thing's always gone down really slow. When it's up with no weight on it, I can stand on it. Get her going. Once I get about halfway, she'll go by herself. I don't have the big enough welder really to push it in, so I tapered all my plates. Kind of gonna weld from the bottom up. Got her maxed out with 030 wire. So we'll burn her in. Yeah, I think it'll go down now by itself. Someday I plan on taking this thing all apart and having it sandblasted and painted, but that's only after Project 66R is done. So it might be another 10, 15 years. Just never know. But anyway, I'm actually going to lift the back of this up a little bit so I'm not welding right at my concrete there. I don't want to bust up my concrete. So there it goes. Nice and flat. To be continued. There it is. Nothing fancy. A few farmer welds on that. Had the welder cranked up all the way. It's just a big 110. It'd be a perfect world. I would have had either a larger welder or I'd flip it over and weld the backside. And someday that might happen. But with the extra bracing, I really don't think it's going anywhere. I got some good deep penetrating welds there. So there we are. Till next time.